What's up, guys? We have another market watch today. We're starting out here with the 2021 tin of Ancient Battles. As you can see here, Crossouts are creeping down. I was right. It was a while ago. They were sitting around at like 60 to 65, even pushing up 70. And if you don't remember, on release, these cards were going for 120 at least, like right when the set was released. And now we're sitting at $54 plus like $5 shipping. I do still think this card is going to be driven down even further. If we look at the listings, right, we have 283 listings and it's still at $54. I don't think this card, with the amount of inventory, is going to be sustaining at a 54, or I'm sorry, at a $60 value. Moving on, we also have Triple Tactics Talent, which actually it's still sitting around the 40-ish dollar mark. This one's 38 right here, but if we look at the actual inventory, a lot of the stuff that's at the $38 mark is going. In other words, there's not a lot of inventory at the $38 mark, and after those are gone, we're hitting $40 again. This card has been kind of shifting between $38 to $40, and it seems like it's going to be like that for a long time. Again, this card, it's a 3 of in most competitive decks, so this card's probably going to either stay at this level or go up unless we see the next waves of this product hit the market. So just keep watching this card. If you, like I said before, if you see it around $32, that's when you should get it. If you see it anywhere under 30, that is investment territory. Besides those two cards, we have Divine Arsenal Azuz here that's still sitting at around 14 to 15 bucks. Nothing crazy there. Ice Dragon's Prisons, though, are driving down a little bit, about like $1 to $2 difference since like a week ago. So we'll see where these cards end up. I don't see a lot of decks using this. I think this card was really hyped when Rise of the Duelist first came out, but there's not a lot of decks that actually utilize this very well. I think it's just a card that's really good for a mirror match, or if it just so happens that two decks use the same attribute and type monsters. I guess you can splash this in there, but it's also, you got to keep in mind it's a trap, and given that, it's probably not going to be the best card in this set. So if you're trying to invest in this card, I would say don't do it, because it's probably not going to it's not going to end well for you. Other than that, this set has kind of stabilized. We can see that everything here is probably what the price is going to be going forward, at least for a while. Usually these tins, they stabilize at a point, and then like 8 months to a year later, prices go up. We'll see how the next wave treats this product. Moving on here, let's go and check out Legendary Duelist Season 2. There's actually not that much movement since the last time we talked. You will realize that Bingo Machine Go-Go did actually overtake Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon, which I predicted. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? Bingo Machine Go-Go is a 3-off. Of course, it's going to be going for... People are going to try to sell it for a little bit more than Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. That's probably a 1-off at most, a 2-off in deck. So nothing unexpected there. Looking at Urgent Schedule here, the price, if you ignore the $12.99 one, which once that's gone, you're looking at these, right? $15.99, $16.23, and it's pushing up there after that. So we'll see how high Urgent Schedule goes in terms of value. I did say in the last video, if you wanted this card, you should have gotten it, or you should get it. But I mean, it's still not too late. But we'll see how this ends up. One last thing from this product: if you go into the comments for this product, you're going to see a couple interesting things. The first thing is that Cyber Dragon 𝗬𝗓, something like that, is $1.79 right now, and actually it was almost a $3 card. But someone with a lot of product is kind of screwing that up right now. If this somehow does get bought out, and then you have this other whale here, I don't see, maybe this one goes too. This card could actually push up to $3 again. The only thing is, though, I think that the demand for this is dying out. The initial demand, or the demand that I was seeing, was probably due to the new Cyber Strike structure deck. So I don't think investing in this is a good idea. And if you have some commons, I mean, if you're okay making like $2 selling a common, and you probably have at least a decent amount of them in your lying around in your in a box somewhere, I would just sell them, get rid of them, and make some quick McDonald's money. Moving on, though, we also have Harpies Feather Storm, and this card is also $1.70, and I don't see any whales here. I don't see any people with a huge set of inventory, so this card was also somewhat hard to get from the set. If you do have these, maybe keep them for a little bit and see if Harpies decks ever get a really good support card or whatever. There is a Harpies card that's actually really good for the deck, but competitive wise, the deck's still not that good. So we'll see if this card can push up a little bit more. And I did mention Cyber Strike, so we're going to talk about this a little bit. So, I mean, the only real important card here is Infinite Impermanence. It was sitting at $13 actually, either right after launch or before launch. It was at $13, and now it's sitting at $8. And the inventory for this, I mean, it's pretty low. 43 is still somewhat low. Actually, there's a couple of guys here with a shitload of them, but maybe don't buy it yet, guys. It might sound crazy, but wait a little bit. I think this card could go down to like $5 to $6, and then that is investment territory, because after that, this card can only go up. I mean, everyone wants this card. Everyone needs 3 almost. It seems like every deck needs 3, and right now it's not really worth investing. $8 is a little too much if you're going to buy 3 of, or if you're like really investing and flip it later. $8 is just way too much to buy in bulk. Wait till it's about 5 to 6, invest, and then profit. Being patient will help you here. Speaking of Infinite Impermanence, let's check out OTS 17 and see how it's doing, because, oh yeah, $245, guys. Infinite Impermanence is an ultimate rare in OTS pack 17. I actually haven't seen a lot of either openings or people selling them on eBay, the packs I mean, for this product. So it might be a lot harder to get than previous OTS packs, because I've actually been able to buy packs online, and I haven't been able to for this. It is relatively new, so maybe that's why I'm still holding out hope. I'm going to wait a bit, because I do want that Ultimate Rare Infinite Impermanence. But as far as buying the single, I would say this is probably close to as low as it's going to get, if I'm going to be completely honest. Maybe, honestly, it'll probably go to 200, maybe 180, but that's only going to be temporary, and then it's going to spike back up. We have seen this with Forbidden Droplet from OTS 16. What happened with Forbidden Droplet was, initially it was incredibly high. It was like $245, or maybe even more. I forgot, maybe 300 in some cases on eBay. But then everything on that set actually dropped. And then soon after that, it went back up. You saw Cyber Dragons actually as low as $100 for the ulti version in OTS 16, and then they went back to 150. And same thing with Forbidden Droplet. It went to like 180, I think, from 300 to 250, from the original value that it was from release, which was like 300 and 250. And now we're seeing it at like 225 again. I'll show you that in a little bit, but Blackluster Soldier is also at $134, which is actually pretty expensive, considering it's not used. Honestly, I don't think it's used, so it's probably just collectors buying this out or driving the price up, because this card isn't the best card, you know. It is. I do want it personally as an ultimate rare, so I'm probably gonna buy it, but to use, it's probably not worth it. We also have Utopia here at $55, which is actually pretty decent. No, never mind. I'm thinking here, because I'm comparing this to Firewall Dragon, and also in the previous set, OTS 16. We have a lot of parallels here between OTS 16 and 17. Firewall Dragon was in the previous set. Now we have Utopia. We had Forbidden Droplet, which was a really good card. And now we have Infinite Impermanence. So using the previous history from OTS 16, Firewall Dragon right now is sitting at like 30 something dollars. And let's go now into OTS 16 to kind of compare the two, because there are a lot of parallels that we need to kind of discuss here. Forbidden Droplet is a 250, but again, it did drop down to like 180 or so, and Firewall Dragon right now is sitting at 35. So if you're patient, you can get your Utopia at probably 35 in a couple months. I'm not sure how crazy people who actually play Utopia are. Like, hero players like high rarity, right? That's why hero cards are usually really expensive. I don't know if Utopia players are as crazy, so if they are, maybe 50 bucks is actually a bargain. I just really don't know how the market is for Utopia players. Lastly here, let's go to King's Court, because we need to talk a little bit about this. This set is about 3 to 4 months old, and actually it kind of stagnated here. We haven't seen any movement, any real movement on any of these cards for quite a while, except two. And those two cards are Lightning Storm, because we didn't see a reprint in either the 2021 Megatins or in the new structure deck. It was sitting around 40 bucks before the 2021 tins and the structure deck, and now it's 43 at the lowest, but then it's pushing up to 47 bucks, and that is with 34 listings. So once this card, and actually shipping included, it's sitting at 47 bucks, guys. So I mean, if you want it, I would probably buy it now, because once this front page is gone, which is about like 7 or 8 listings, we're sitting at 55 bucks. 55 bucks, almost 60 bucks. If you need it, because I think some decks do need 3 of, I would buy it now, and don't gamble on that. The other card here is Giddy, Gearfried, the Magical Steel Knight. I've been looking at these collector's rares for quite some time, because this set is pretty crazy actually for collectors, and it was sitting around at 20 to 25 maybe dollars back when it first came out. This collector's rares was actually one of the cheapest in this set. It almost doubled in price since then. I actually bought a couple, maybe 3 or 4 copies of this card, waiting to, and I was investing in it. I was going to flip it, and I'm still not flipping it, because I do think this card's going to go up a little bit more. If you see here, the first page is all about 50 bucks, and then the second page we're starting to get at the $55 level, 58, 59. I mean, it's crazy, and there's only 17 listings of this too, so we'll see how King Court does. But that was my favorite set of the year, and I have a lot of hope, and I do see some potential in it because of the God cards. There's collector's rares in there. It's just going to be insane, I feel, in a couple months, but we'll see. But that's going to be it, guys. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.